Mystery, intrigue, and action return to TV when Fringe hits the air tomorrow night. Here's a look at my next guest on J.J. Abrams' hit show.
What do you think it is?
Soldering iron burns, electronic components. He was building something.
I understand. Thank you for running it. Tomas Kozlov was an alias. Nothing on that name in any of our databases. He forged his medical records' previous employment.
Well, still know he's Russian.
Cyrillic letters?
Tomas, whoever he is, certainly didn't get that from anywhere around here.
Joining me now, Josh Jackson. Great to see you.
Thanks for having me.
Nice to see you. Now, I have to say, I was telling everybody, it's hard to think of you as Josh Jackson because I wasn't into the Dawson's Creek as much as I was into Mighty Ducks. And
oh, boy.
Do you know, this is true, and I've told people this sometimes. There's one movie that makes me cry at the end of it. It's always Mighty Ducks. They just want, and I'm not even kidding you. They just, you wanted to win so bad.
We really want. Though imagine what it's like being a Canadian kid in high school, and the one thing that everybody knows you for is being that guy who cried at the end of Mighty Ducks.
They don't have hearts. You wanted to win.
You're right. Boy, did I want to win.
So do people call you... I feel like there was a euphemism there, and I just went over my head. So you go by Josh or Joshua. Which would you rather me?
Mostly Josh.
Mostly
Usually
Josh.
Joshua.
No, because you're like, I'm cool, whatever. My tie's disheveled, and I'm Josh.
Yeah, exactly. No, usually, don't you find when people use your whole name, it usually means you're in trouble?
Maybe. My mother, who's Chinese, when she would use my whole name, she'd go, Lisa Olivia Munn, when I'm good.
See,
when I was bad, she'd go, Lisa!
Well, see, what I get is because my parents are also divorced, and Jackson since I was a little kid, but when I really, really piss my mother off, then I get Carter.
You got your dad's
Joshua
name.
Carter, you get in that house!
Oh! That's her projecting onto
man.
you.
We used to have, like, I guess this is a Canadian thing, but we used to play ball hockey out in the alley when I was a kid, and I'll never forget the first time my mother heard me cuss, you know, out back, and something happened, I was like, ah! And from the house,
you could hear
all four names: Joshua, Browning, Jackson, Carter, and the other four guys just like disappeared.
Wow.
It was like they were just. It was like, and I gotta. Oh man, Mom, it wasn't me.
Awesome.
But yeah, so mostly
four
Josh.
names, very fancy.
Very Irish.
I want to talk to you about Fringe. Okay, so Fringe, for those of you who know, and everyone here loves the show, Fringe deals with some really crazy metaphysical subjects. I hear that you actually are really big into the whole sci-fi and you follow the theories. I mean, there's theories of invaders from parallel dimensions and people spontaneously combusting. This is something that you're actually into, right?
All the fun stuff. Yeah, but that's what's great about our show, frankly, is that anything that the writers can dream up, we can do. I mean, when I was in high school, we watched X-Files, right?
Yes.
And that was the one show every week that you never missed because it was just awesome. So I love shows like this that sort of build you the universe and deal with wild
And you can see the possibility with it. You're like, okay, if this is what was going on, we can make it happen.
And the difference now is that the things that you can do on TV are crazy. That you just didn't used to be able to achieve these things.
Yeah, and then when you get to watch it, you do it, and then you go back and you watch it with all the effects and all that, and it must be amazing.
It's nice to actually be a fan of your own show. And no crying. The no crying thing is big.
But one day he'll want it so bad.
No more I love yous and no more crying. It's really nice.
Don't cancel that out yet. You're so good at it. So I think the biggest question that Fringe viewers have is, are you and Olivia ever going to do it? And by Olivia, I don't mean me, but we can talk. We will talk. So are you guys ever going to get together?
I don't know. I mean, it is a TV show, so chances are.
And what will happen is you guys are going to get together, and then eventually
then
you'll break up, and then there'll be somebody else, Olivia too, and me.
And then Ross will come in, and it'll be.
Oh, Ross!
Wait, no. That's a different show.
Let's talk about Friends for a second. That's a great show. What a great show! It's so sad when it went off the air. So I want to go back to the show. You have a crazy relationship with your father.
Yeah.
And he's just dropping LCD all the time.
LCD?
Or LSD. I'm going to tell you. Here's a funny.
I got to tell you, you just made your parents so proud.
No,
and
it's true.
See, that's our girl. She doesn't do the drugs.
The first thing I think of is I look at Kevin. Kevin is always explaining drugs to me and sexual phrases, and I'm like, what's a dirty Sanchez? I don't know that. I learned. My point is that what? But what do you call acid? Is it
LSD.
LSD.
Come on, don't lie.
No, I'm not even kidding. I really thought it was LCD.
Like sound system?
Like the TV. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Totally different experience.
But back to your father on
Lots
the
of
show.
shiny colors,
Yes. See? The same, kind of.
Yeah, Dad does a lot of acid.
And now the thing is, on the show, your character's from a parallel universe.
Yeah.
So you and everybody over there are aliens, so maybe you're like an alien drug dealer and you're the one supplying him, is what my
I'm
theory
the
is.
connection. Well, actually, what's even better about Dad on the show is he cooks his own acid. He makes it. The whole lab is
it's like
the
Breaking
drug
Bad.
lab. Yeah, exactly.
It's your show.
It's like Breaking Bad, but it's so sneaky because on Breaking Bad they're actually able to talk about it because that's on cable. But on Fox you can't really ever say that we're cooking drugs in the background.
But you can say LCD.
I can say
And
LCD.
then people, we would know.
Exactly. Hey,
we
Dad,
would know
you
what
got the
you're talking
LCD.
about.
You know what I'm talking about?
No, it's funny we're talking about your mom calling you. I hear your mom calls you after every show and gives you a review. My mom does the same thing.
Really?
Well, my
How
mom
does it go?
just goes, "Oh, you're so funny. You tell Kevin don't do that." And that's it. That's basically it. But what does your mom say?
Well, it depends. Like, there was an episode last year where a young woman, right at the very beginning of the show, she's not in a good state, and she walks through this door, and she's like, I need to get a cup of water, and she turns around, her head explodes, and blood all over the door. Mommy didn't think that was very cool.
No.
So sometimes I get the phone calls like, Joshua, I just think that was too far.
Like you wrote it. Like you,
exactly.
you control
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Like, you need to tell them that that's not nice. Or, like, remember last year when the girl had the 8-hour pregnancy with the baby?
And what'd she think?
Not so
Just,
much.
she's like, that was just rude.
That's not nice. That poor young woman, she was not happy.
Well,
So I get that sometimes, and then sometimes I get ooh, that was a good one. And when it's really good, when she tells me she had to watch it like this. That's how I know.
that's
That's the
nice.
high water mark. And I'll tell you, honestly,
Yeah.
you know when my mom watches the show?
What?
I'm totally busting her here.
What does she want?
Lance.
Really?
Yeah, she totally watches for Lance Reddick.
Wow,
Yeah.
look at that. Hey, Mom, is she single?
She is.
Can we set
Maybe
them
we
up?
should put the two of them together.
Maybe you should. I don't know him. You know him. You work with him.
so getting a
I can
phone
get her
call
and
after
Kevin
this.
together. That's what I can do for you, Mrs. Jackson.
You gotta go down in the baritone, though. I think that's the thing for Lance. She likes the deep,
She likes
deep
the deep
voice.
voice, Kevin. He's going to work on that
Keep
right
it down
now.
here.
Yeah.
Well, we all watched the show, and we're so excited to have it back on tomorrow night. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Fringe, everybody. It returns Thursday night. And I'd like to thank Joshua, Carter, Browning, Jackson, Love Hewitt for being here on the show with us. Thank you so much. Fringe airs tomorrow night. But right now, Kevin, are you working on the baritone? You getting it down?
Oh,
Getting it?
what baritone? I mean, come on. Listen, there's a certain MILF out there that I'm just thinking, get together, do some LCD, some plasma.
You can't call his mother a MILF.
I'm still in the
He's
room.
here. Don't call her. Don't say MILF.
You said your mom was hot before the interview. I specifically asked.
That's one of those things. I can call my mom a MILF.
Yeah, you don't call her a MILF. Wait.
That's all. You